Who else here agrees that Earth isn't perfect? We as people are not perfect. The systems set in place are not perfect. Doesn't mean that they're all bad, but they're not perfect. They're not all good. In school, we learn a certain amount of information that's set for us to learn, specifically a specific curriculum, math, science, reading, certain languages, whatever. But don't you think it's funny how we can spend our entire lives learning and still there's more knowledge to gain and applicable knowledge to gain? That's the important thing. Knowledge that can be applied. Yet, in the, how many years? Do we have 12 years of school in the United States here where we learn the amount of applicable knowledge that we gain from school is minuscule and has very little to do with the actual curriculum and more to do if we're lucky enough to get extraordinary teachers, which I've been lucky to have a few really great teachers that have taught me life lessons and things that have helped in my success in different parts of my life. But my message that I want to share in saying this is that for the people who are struggling in school, for the people who have low self-esteem because the fact that they're struggling in school, whether that be because their parents or their school teachers or just society, they feel like they're never going to succeed because of that. There's a lot more to life. There's a lot more to life than what you're going to learn in school. And you're going to learn a hell of a lot more from school than what they're going to teach you in the curriculum. You're going to learn lessons that have nothing to do with what you're actually supposed to be learning. So if you're having trouble and you're feeling pretty bad about it, I just say don't feel bad about it, but just continue to have the wanting for applicable knowledge and the wanting for things of value. Because us as people, we have inside of us the desire to learn and the desire for certain things from when we're kids that we never stop wanting our whole lives. It just becomes quieter when we start doing other things. We let it become less important, but have those desires and learn about that. Learn about the things that you really want to learn about, and don't let school be an excuse not to do it. Like, oh, I'm learning to do this. I'm going to college for this, so I don't need to do that. Don't do that to yourself. You're literally going to, it will cause a lot of problems for you. I'm just going to say that. So, what else? That's all I really wanted to come on here and say. It's just, there's a lot more knowledge in this world than the knowledge of school and the curriculum that they're going to teach you. So be aware, keep your eye out, and stay tuned in. Stay tuned into yourself and the things that you want in life and out of life. Oh, that was another thing I was going to say. We have this belief, this paradigm that we come into this life and we have to be taught how to live this life. You go through the school system to be taught how to fit into the system and to be a part of the system and to learn specifically how to live life and how to be a human being. Animals don't do that. And I say it, I've said it once, I'll say it again and again and again. The fact that we perceive ourselves separate from nature and separate from animals, we do that to ourselves. We're the ones who draw the lines and the box inside of ourselves. But look, nobody teaches them how to live their life. And would you consider their life successful or not? Just by looking at it, that's what we do. We label ourselves as successful or not successful based on what we're doing, how much money we have, how well we can play the system. So that's another thing to be aware of. Just put that into your awareness that you don't necessarily have to be taught. It's human instinct to live and to be alive and to learn about the things that you want to learn about and to master the things that you want to be good at and the things that you really love to do. So don't think for a second that just because there's a certain system and you can't necessarily fit into that system, or you don't like that system, or that system makes you miserable, don't think for a second that means you can't do what you want to do or that you're not going to succeed in life, because that's utterly ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. Yeah. that's all I gotta say for today. Stay tuned in, and more next time. Peace out.